What up, y'all? Let's see. Walking in the middle of the street. The neighborhood patrol on duty. All right. He killed trying to intervene. See them. Maybe I could catch the moon on the zoom. It only takes pictures. Doesn't record video on the 200 megapixel. So what I'm probably gonna have to do is a screen recording when I'm zooming in on the moon. See if you can see the moon from here. See how it looks. It just looks like a little light. I watched that basketball game tonight. Yeah, Boston took off on them at the beginning, then snagged the first 10 points. So 10, 15 points. Here comes a car. Get my ass on the sidewalk. Yeah, but Miami held 10 points plus for the majority of the night. There's something poking me. So it's Miami and Denver. Denver's been off for them. I guess when it's time to play, like 9 days, they're only getting what? They gotta play on Thursday. That's Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, 3 days. I think they're gonna have to use Kevin Love on Joker for some, because he's a big body. They can keep him off the boards, even though he's in his twilight of his career. And for the majority of the second half, I was on the phone with my boy Rab. He was watching the game, and his brother Chris. Yeah, my boy Rab, how long I known him? Let me see. He was a kid, still going in high school. Always see him walking from the bus stop. He always had on all black, like he was up to something, but he wasn't. He was a good kid. Back then, he was calling him a kid back then. But I remember way back, what? Let's see. 10. Back in 2010. My boy Rab was telling me about his situation with his mom. It wasn't a good situation, and I would tell him, "It's your mom, bro. It's your only mom. Gotta make amends and all that." And so what? How many years later that was? 15, 14. 5 years later, he's telling me the same story, what I was telling him. So I had to follow, my own advice. Ask my mom was tripped out, man. Let's see if the lighting's better this way, because the light is shining. Yeah, they were watching some videos together on YouTube. On Facebook. I didn't even know you could do that. Both watch the same video at the same time. Talking on video chat. I don't really do the video chat. I don't get on the Facebook anymore. I was addicted to it for a long period of time. To the Rockets page. Yeah, I was on there all the time, like. But because I'm a sports fanatic, and they talk about sports, not just about the Rockets. With James Harden, man, we're talking about James Harden today. Me, Chris, and Rabbit, which is Chris's Rabbit's brother, and he didn't even know James Harden was wearing a fat suit. We don't want him back on the Rockets. He can stay where he's at. Stay in Philly, used to go to Phoenix, to go somewhere else. We don't want you in Houston. He was wearing a fat suit so you wouldn't have to play anymore. Wanted to get traded just because you weren't getting your way. You try to blame it on because the owner was supporting Donald Trump. He's rich. Who else is he going to support, bro? The Republicans for the rich people, and the rich people for the Republicans. What if Donald Trump's going to go to jail? He got a lot of money, got a lot of power, and he probably won't. Not saying that I would like for him to go to jail, but anybody else that did the stuff that he's accused of, that's the feds. So, the feds got that 99% conviction rate. They don't indict you unless it's a foolproof. You're fired. Man, that dude was a trip, man. I just grabbed him by the pussy. Man, for sure, I thought that was it for him when he said that. But no, guess they waited this long to put those charges on him so he won't run for president again. There's always ulterior motives in politics. It's not right, man. About politics, it shouldn't be all about the money. It should be about your, what do they call it? Constituents, the voters, the people. Truthfully, what good is it if you're a king of peasants? You want to spread it around, Yeah, rapper wants to go into the shoe reselling business. I'm like, man, it's hard to tell if they're real or fake, man. There's so many fake ones going around. So man, I don't buy shoes unless it's straight from the store, man. I don't buy shoes off the internet, or even though I have gotten some before. My boy Berg had got me, what, how many pairs? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like 5 pairs. And what? That's the Carolina Blue 20s, the Chutney 20s. Oh, 6 pairs. The red suede 21s. Those are the real ones. And fake ones, what? You can tell they're fake ones you put them on. The Space Jams. Oh, some white or blue 20s. No, one time I went to jail, I had those shoes on. I went to court. I didn't expect because the lawyer said that he wasn't gonna be there, so I just showed up. I thought they was gonna reset it. And when I went into the holding tank, somebody said, "Man, I ain't never seen those before." I was like, "Oh man, the holding tank, man." He's like, "What size you wearing?" I said, "Your size." He said, "Oh no, man, it ain't like that." I said, "Oh man, I was just gonna sign up for the Spurs." When I got caught with a pistol, my Ruger 15+1 Nina. Yeah, man, I love that gun. One time I had to throw it out the window when I was driving. So I'll pack it. I was always packing it in late at night, or should I say early in the morning. I was gonna go get some bubble cola. I was going down Greenwood, and the cops would come in the opposite direction. As soon as they passed me, they did a U-turn, and I started booking it. I went into the neighborhood and ducked off in the neighborhood, and I waited though to throw it out. I was looking in the mirror to see if they knew exactly what street I turned. So I seen that I turned on again, and then I seen them coming. I chunked it. Yeah, sure enough, they stopped me all right. He didn't say I was running or nothing, but it was an illegal stop, which happens all the time. They didn't even get me out the car to search me. I had some contraband on me still, but they had my name on it. Yeah, then after they let me go, I just turned a couple corners and I went back to go look for it. I found it. It was all scratched up. That's a good thing about having a pistol with a hammer on it. It's not gonna go off. You know, I didn't have the hammer back. Yeah, so if I live in Texas, so but if you live in Texas, better pack that pistol, man. Too many crazy things happening, not too many crazy things happening, not too. Yeah, one time, me and Berg was working in Bank of Alameda right there in the hood. Put in our wallpaper. Put in the wallpaper, and there was cops in there, you know. And I was putting the glue on the big vinyl sheets, and policeman was an older cat, older Caucasian cat. He's like, I don't know why. I guess it just felt awkward for me. I was talking to him. I'm trying to say he came over there talking to me. Like, yeah, he started talking about his 45 that he packed. I was like, man, he pulled it out of his holster and let me hold it inside the bag, man. I was like, he said, it's light, ain't it? I was like, when he handed it to me, I didn't know what to do. I didn't want to grab it. But he almost like put it in my hand. I held it and I just shook it up and down. Yeah, it's pretty light, all right. I gave it right back to him because, man, holding a gun inside a bag. Oh, that's nice. But I had asked the other officer there. He was arson investigator, and he told me it's better to get caught with one than without one, which is straight facts. I bought it at Academy at Ruger. Back then it would have to that 5-day holding period. And I went back to go get it, and my homeboy called me on my phone. Had a cell phone at the time. It was like 2000 and 2000, I think it was. Big old clunky phones. Yeah, I told him, I said, man, I'm over here at Sunrise Mall at Academy buying my gun. He said, oh yeah? I'll meet you over there. Then when I was walking out, he was walking in, and I had a Seiko titanium watch I had bought for my boy Z there. You know, the dude sells jewelry at the Sunrise. So I had that watch on. It cost more than the regular Seiko. It was very light. It was titanium. So I had that watch on, right? Well, anyway, so we get to the car. I popped the trunk. Put the gun in the trunk, and I popped the latches on the box, and I didn't pull it out or nothing. I was showing it to him. Man, the security swooped up on us. Put us in cuffs. And Michael White. No, Wyatt. Michael Wyatt. He was a church-going person, man. He was singing at the church choir and all that. Man, he was so mad he was about to start crying. Yeah, the security was asking me, it was something about the gun. I said, man, if I was trying to shoot something up, y'all wouldn't even got close to me, bro. Well, eventually they let us go without calling the cops. Like, showed them receipt, and it was in my pocket. Let's see, put it on this other side. Michael White, man. Loved hanging around that dude, man. Good, wholesome dude. I met him at work. I was working at a telemarketing place. Man, those shift managers did not like me, man. They did not like me at all. It's like they think the girls always wanted me. I don't know why. Just how, I'm a talker, and when I would get to work, all the old ladies would try to sit by me, man. And I'd be like, I didn't want them sitting by me. Or I didn't mind it, but I'd rather sit with, because mostly females work there, where girls that I was attracted to. Man, because it surprised me when I moved over there to Corpus from Houston, and man, I started working at that place. It's like, I didn't know Mexican chicks had ass like this. It's the land of Selena. Rest in peace, Selena. But what was peculiar about that, she got killed at a motel room with a fan club president. Come on, man. You can't tell me they were just talking in there. Why would they meet at a motel? Yeah, when she got killed, truthfully, I didn't even know when all that happened. I was working at the Fiesta grocery store by the Astrodome when it happened. Man, over there, they had so many great looking young women. And then too, the manager didn't like me there either. I think I was trying to get into all the other girls. So, man, conversation rules the nation, but I'm just being myself. Man, I met Steve McNair, Aaron McNair, when he was a rookie over there. The security guard's like, man, isn't that Steve McNair at the courtesy booth? I looked, all I see was a red shirt and a dude with a neck that was bigger than his head. I said, man, I can't tell from the back. So when he got away from the courtesy booth, I looked and it sure was him. Went over there with the Fiesta rain check, Fiesta pen, asked him for his autograph. He was playing as Pac-Man. He's like, how did you recognize me? He said, man, I'm a sports fanatic. I watch sports every night on TV. He said, you're in the Heisman race. They will show you every night. I said, man, I know you could have did better than sure. I said, he had what? So it was that weekend. After that, because they wasn't trying to suit him up for him to play, because it was a lame duck. Orange was a lame duck. Lame duck means that they were moving cities the next year. So, but me, I went to one of the games, or it's a couple of games. New York Giants. And the year after that, it was Pittsburgh Steelers. Yeah, we're on the upper deck. The yellow seats was at. Man, it's scary up there. The incline was so steep, man. Yeah, I said he had 3 interceptions and 2 fumbles. He's like, then he corrected me. He said he had 3 fumbles. I said, man, I know you could have did better than that. I said, do I have to write a letter to Bud Adams? He just started laughing. Rest in peace, Ed McNair. Rest in peace, Selena. Yeah, that's why that man, he got killed by his mistress. He got killed by his mistress. That was crazy. Usually, in both cases, females ain't killers. They're not bred to be killers. They're nurturers. The man is usually the killer. Yeah, but females are killing now. Yeah, it was sad, man. Yeah, because then they went to Tennessee. They got the Super Bowl and all that. And they lost the game. The last play, the clock ran out on them, and it was right there on the 1 yard line. What was that Dyson stretch for it, but he couldn't get it. That was crazy. That was a crazy game. It was one of the greatest Super Bowls until when was it the Rams? When the Rams won. Man, all this killing and stuff is getting out of hand, though, man. I know it's the pandemic, or should I say the scandemic. Everybody cooped up in their house for a year or two. Messed their heads up. A lot of domestic violence and dudes killing their chick because they were cooped up in the house all the time together. If you feel like you gotta get to that point, you just gotta leave, man. Don't let someone get the best of you. Because if you love someone, or loved, past tense, how can you take their life, man? As a man, you can't let your emotions get the best of you. That's females' characteristics. Yeah, female characteristics, female traits. There's millions of other females out here. Yeah, it's better to end the relationship in a amicable way, peaceful, and it's best, but it doesn't always happen. Yeah, of course, everybody's had failed relationships, unless you're with your first girlfriend or boyfriend that you've ever had, and that's highly unlikely. It's possible, though. It's possible. That's true love right there. Unless they were cheating on each other. Some people, they'll cheat on each other and stay with each other, just trying to get that get back. That's not the right way to go. Loyalty is everything, That's the big umbrella. Loyalty. If you can't trust your loved one, you shouldn't be with them. Calling them and checking up on them all the time. And I'm not gonna lie, I have trust issues, but I still want to call my girl all the time. You gotta trust them. But you got that funny feeling, though, when you've been with somebody X amount of time, and you can feel it. Something ain't right. And if they're messing over you, they don't act the same. Their behavior is not the same, and you can sense it, and they start lying, and that's where it starts off. If somebody starts lying to you, they're lying for a reason. Because if that wasn't the case, they'd tell the truth. It's best to tell the truth. Some people don't like to. Some people lie all the time. They don't care. Even in the Bible, it says that lies is not no less of a sin than any other sin, which includes murder. You gotta be the bigger person, man, and make it to see the other side, you know, wherever your loved ones is at. Because everybody wants to go to heaven, if you believe in that. I don't know why Puck said heaven ain't hard to find. Tupac. Man, he was such a mega star, especially for back in those days. He's a legend now. He was a living legend back then. Making movies. 25 got killed 25 years old. Rap star making movies, went to prison, wrongfully convicted. Shot cops. Got shot cops, you know. All that glorifies you. I'm a living legend. Man, I guess it's gonna have to be like the way the angle where I get the moon, because it's looking bigger, but it looks more yellow now. Earlier it looked white, now it looks yellow. Now it looks closer. That all couldn't have happened within 30 minutes. So let me get the other. This is the 20. See it radiating. It's more grainy like this. Front facing camera ain't as good as the other camera. See how many steps I got. 3830. Oh, spider web. I don't know why, but insects always love to bite me, man. From mosquitoes to the ants. Bees, I guess. Wasps. Spiders. That's why I started thinking that spider web was on me. There's a spider web on you, there's a chance that there's a spider on you as well. Yeah, I think I need what, 17 more subscribers to hit 50, and so I can start doing live. Wonder how it works. You can see them making messages. It probably have to be more stationary. I see somebody outside. how's it going? Yeah, man, I ain't got nothing interviewing. Somebody's doing something to somebody. Can't do much. Let this camera capture it. I see it. Yeah, that's what I understand these youngsters these days. Go out, try to. I don't know how many private ring cameras are down this street. There's cameras everywhere, man. At stoplights, and there's license plate readers, and yeah, everybody got a camera in their pocket. Yeah, you commit a serious crime, they're looking for you. They're gonna ask everybody up and down the street if they have a camera. Doesn't even matter. You can wear a hoodie, a mask, and the word gets around, man. Yeah, I've had many friends that have been killed. Some even killed themselves. You know what? It was over, a girl. Crazy, man. I'm not an advocate for robbing banks, but instead of doing that, rob a bank. Instead of killing yourself or killing her, rob a bank. Try to get $1 million. You know, you probably want to get like 20,000. Oh, like charm. That boy got football numbers 75, 275. Yeah, I had him for middle shop in 8th grade. And Obadiah Nylander's class. I remember he made like a aluminum hammer. So you know you had to pay for the material, and they let you do it. They let you start making it there, and then you get the grade or whatever. Man, that dude was a fool, man. Cause that the girl that went to our school, right? That girl named Danielle. She was Anthony's cousin. Me and him had classes together too. Me and him was real cool. I remember. He said, "Hey Anthony," they became real good friends. Because they were trying to talk to the same girl. I guess China was with her at first, and then the dude Anthony got with her. And we're in high school. Michelle was her name, I think. Well, anyway, he said, "Anthony, sell me a pair of your cousin's underwear." He said, "I want to buy a dirty pair though." I was like, "Man, you're a damn fool." Man, I don't know what possessed him to kill those dudes, man. Crazy, man. Everybody has a killer in them. It just takes something to bring it out. Either it's money, jealousy, revenge, something like that. That's why it's kind of hard for me to understand why that dude Jesse killed my boy JR. He didn't owe him any money. Matter of fact, Jesse owed him money. Man. That was crazy, man. You can't let the emotions get the best of you, man, because people see how they press your buttons and they will. And get a rise out of you. For what, man? For what? To try to control you. It's a controlling thing, I figure. I don't want to control anybody. It's not my thing. I guess when you never had control, you want that power to control. I never had control, truthfully. Maybe a little bit of controlling when I was in high school and when I had RTC. Yeah, my trajectory is a whole different way. Back then, I was taking honors classes. I was even taking calculus. I only took it one semester though, because man, I wasn't applying myself. At the end of my second year, they gave me, or should I say, I earned the rank of ensign. I was in all the rifle team, the drill team, all that, the color guard. Yeah, that's why not be in the rifle team. We're shooting 22s after school. Shoot a 50 yards to a target about that size. I'm trying to put it against that. About that size, like about 4 inches. They had different targets. Man, but it was prone position, kneeling position, and standing. Standing was always the hardest one. Shoot on the exhale. Yeah, prone and kneeling. They gave you a sling, a strap, had a sling on it, and you had a strap from your arm to the rifle. Man, the standing, man, it was hard, man. You could hit the paper, or you could hit the target. Well, I could hit the target, but man, to get a 10 in the bullseye was pretty hard. We beat all the other brothers' schools, but like the Caucasian schools, we couldn't beat them. The standings were tore us up. And the Mexican schools, that was more of a 50-50 shot to beat them. Individually, yeah, but as a team, no. Yeah, that I was platoon leader my third year, my junior year, and I wear the khaki uniform on Tuesdays and wear the regular uniform on Wednesdays. By the end of the year, they gave me another bar. That's what I didn't understand, man. I was taking honors classes, I was in all the teams, and then at the end of the third year, they were trying to give me 30 command. I'm like, either first or bust. Yeah, because the Captain Donor was already talking about getting a letter from a U.S. Senator. To go to the Naval Academy, you need a letter from the U.S. Senator. He was already lining all that up for me, but then he did that to me. I didn't want to be an RTC anymore. This dude was getting political in there. Then Senior Chief was mad. He called me in the office that day because we're training for final review and we have to learn to do wheels. So usually we do columns. We're doing wheels. Yeah, because when I got to school, everybody was telling me, hey, they gave Katina #1, they gave Bernice #2, gave you #3. I said, what? Katina had like sophomore homeroom. She had 10th grade homeroom. But her mom was involved in the PTO, helped raise the money for the field trips and all that, so yeah, I took the ASVAB. You know, a lot of people took the ASVAB, which is the standardized test to get into the military. You know, they let you miss class. So a lot of people took it, and man, the recruiter was always trying to get me. Always trying to get me. Like, man, I'm not interested, bro. Not interested. Even as a senior, I was like, nah, man, I can't, man. Then even after I graduated, they would come to the house. And he was like, yeah, man, just take the test, man. I gotta get so many tests, or they gonna put me back on the boat. So I was like, man, I'll go take the test for him. Went to Sharptown Mall. Took the test, a standardized test, sitting at the desk in there. Then they graded it, and he was like, we would like for you to do the math portion again. Like, why? He said, because you didn't get none of them wrong. I said, well, man, I took up to calculus in my 12th grade year. And I doubled up in math. A lot of us did. Sophomore year, we took geometry and algebra 2. Then junior year, we took trigonometry and elementary analysis. Miss Ross, the head of the math department, so they put us in calculus the next year, and man, I was already running the streets. Yeah, so so I took the test again. Then when I was all said and done, he was driving me home, he was like, yeah, we could put you on a submarine. I'm like, what? Yeah, they got the blue team and the gold team. I guess that's what they call it. I don't know, or unit or something like that. I said, man, I'm not interested, bro. I just did it so you could get another chalk one up for, so you won't have to go on the boat. He said, hey, you could get on a nuclear submarine. I was like, man, I'm not interested, man. Yeah, then he started saying, yeah, it's 6 months. 6 months at sea and 6 months ashore. I'm like, man, I'm really not interested. Yeah, he would come back by the house sometimes after that. I don't know if they shipped him out or what, but he won't come to the house anymore. Yeah, so education's the key, man. Education's the key to get out of your situation, because most people aren't born with a silver spoon in their mouth. Yeah, one of my homeboys used to call me Criscopedia. Criscopedia. He'll call me just to ask me how to spell something. I was like, man, you tripping, bro. Then one of my girls at the time would call me Google. Yeah, it's not just that you learn good and learn fast. You gotta retain it. Use your context clues to figure things out. And Man, the context clues should be like 90%. People got their trunk open. The lights on, the car's gonna be dead in the morning. Lights on in the trunk. I had fun in RTC though. We used to go out of town, take trips, and even went to boot camp. I won't forget, man. We was in boot camp. We rode the airplane from Houston to Corpus. It was only a 30-minute flight. And when the sergeant got on the, because it was a Marine sergeant, when he got on the airplane, they said attention on deck, and I was sitting by the window, so when I stood up, it hit my head on it. Are you trying to tear up my airplane? Man, I felt so embarrassed. Yeah, even back then, because we had to do PT. But man, I was already an officer, 10th grade going to 11th grade. I was supposed to be going to the Leadership Academy to get the Silver Cord. They sent me over there, and they were sent a sophomore. They sent sophomores instead of me, man. I was like, what? I was like the only officer there at the regular boot camp. And nobody knew I was an officer until like the final days when we get to wear our rank on. And there they had like one dude will fold up the beds, because they'll come and bounce a quarter off of it. One dude would shine the shoes. One dude, well, they had me ironing. I don't know why. I guess that's what they didn't nobody wanted to do. I don't know. What was the other one? Because there was 4 of us in the room. Shoes, the ironing, the beds. Was it the brass? The brass was nothing, man. Unless you had a brand new belt buckle. Because you know what? They did give everybody brand new belt buckle. Ain't nobody wanted to polish them belt buckles. Because there's a layer on there that you got to get off. It's like a plastic layer on there. If you didn't have that brass on, no, it was called Duraglit, I think it was. It's like kind of like a wool, soaked in some kind of chemical. Brass oil takes forever. Yeah, we had to do the PT test, man. Since I was older than most of them, you got to do the more sit-ups, more push-ups, more pull-ups, and you got to run the time faster than the others. I was like, man. But we would practice. Get up early in the morning, do the PT. And that girl Katina, they would always have to put her in they would have a van following all the kids when they're running. Running formation, singing chants. Every time I saw them, we were in the same company. She was always in the back, struggling to run, and they would have to put her in the van. I'm like, come on, this is who they chose over me. Crazy, man. Crazy, I tell you. Man, I thought I was gonna go to the Naval Academy, man. Because, after watching the first Top Gun, everybody wanted to be a Navy pilot. Yeah, we went and saw Red Dawn too. And Navy SEALs, we saw that too. But man, I didn't want to be in no submarine. No way, Jose. Man, I can't even see the moon from over here. See, look, let's see if I go this way. I'll turn a different way. Come this way, I'll be back on the way out. We got one, two, three trucks. 3 work trucks. See some rebar. Yeah, the U.S. has the strongest military in the world thanks to all the aircraft carriers we have. Yeah, man, that's why you can't bitch about paying taxes, man. And when they take it out your check and when they sales tax and all that, because we have the strongest military in the world. We want to be able to live free like we do without it, without them taking taxes. But that's what I don't understand, how the rich people try to look for loopholes, and like Trump look for loopholes and not pay taxes. That's why he want to show his tax returns for all those years. He's the only president ever not to show his tax returns. Yeah, man, we gotta support the military, because if not, we're giving all those millions and billions of dollars to Ukraine to fight off the Russians. I'm not opposed to it, because we have to, man. Because if Russia takes that country, they're gonna start taking other countries. That was former Soviet Union. Then China's not even helping the situation. China knows they can't go to war with us. They make most of their money from us. If you go to Walmart, almost everything you see in there is made in China. And that's just Walmart. Walmart supposed to be American. Man, they got 2 U-Hauls, man. They're moving in or moving out? Two big ass U-Hauls. Yeah, I got an hour on the. Hey, I got an hour already. Let's see how many steps I got. 66. Yeah, that sun's beating me too hard in the daytime, man. I get red like a lobster. burn my skin up. And it's better to get clock these steps on at nighttime, or should I say early morning. Don't have to worry about as many cars or people. I bet you the majority of these houses got a ring camera. See that? They got one. I see the light on it. Everybody's gets one now. And these phones have GPS. They could track you. I think that's the main reason that there's. And you know what? They could look through your phone and hear through your phone without you being on it. Why do you think you can't take the battery out anymore? Always has that little bit of juice, so they can look through the cameras out of your phone. The hackers, you know, the CIA or whatever you want to call them. Is that Mockingbird or what? That's why people be doing stupid crimes, felonious activities. They have their phone on them. So or they record it. They record crazy shit. It's like, man, why are you giving them evidence against yourself? Especially like they record, they have a Glock with a switch. Man, that's Fed action right there. It doesn't matter with the footage. They could track it where it can't come from. All footage and pictures are geo-tracked. They can see where it's from, and then they could track who was there at that time. That artificial intelligence, man, I'm telling you, they barely kicked it off. It's just like they were saying, I saw it on CNN or something. Just like before Christ, after Christ, BC and AD, after death, how they separated the time like that. Like in the future, they're going to separate the time, I guess, before artificial intelligence, BAI, and after artificial intelligence, AAI. I don't. Well, hopefully that we're still here to see them land on the Mars, man. They can't even get the ship to take off properly. So don't tell me how much longer. I wouldn't want to get on that. Well, by the time my age, who probably would be a senior citizen on that rocket ship. Don't have any kids or anything. The only family member I talked to was my little brother. Yeah, because I was going through that dark period of time. I was telling him that I was contemplating to go to Ukraine to fight against the Russians. He said, if you go, I go with you. I'm like, I don't want to control his fate, even though I'm not. That's on him. But yeah, well, I think they're finally going to give him some F-16s, but they can't fly it over Russia. That's one stipulation. And so they can fight the Russians off of their territory. I'm trying to get to a spot where I can catch a better glimpse of the moon, so I could use that 100 megapixel on it. I'm gonna have to do screen record because it won't record just a camera like that. Maybe you could screen record. I don't even know. Well, I'm pretty certain it does because I've seen all kind of close-up pictures of the moon on using this phone on the YouTube. Go to sleep, bird. Yeah, so comment, like, subscribe, ask me questions that you'd like to know the answers to. Be happy to answer them for you. There's a lot of trucks right there. A lot right here. I need to shave. I haven't shaved. You get a haircut too. Same bad time. Same bad channel. Peace out, folks.